Hey there, Type 12 here with another video. This one is about Taming the Final Boss. I love this show. And if you love the show and you like this channel, you like hearing my reactions to it, definitely make sure you like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to blow up the numbers. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so please help support. This episode, though, there was so much that was happening, but before I get into it completely, you know how last week it felt like it was the end? Everything felt kind of satisfying. Like, man, this is really, really good. I felt truly fulfilled by the end of last week's episode. Well, it turns out the reason it felt that way is because that was the end of that particular game. The story, the reason why it felt like it kind of summed it up so well, because that was the end of game one. Now, the stuff that are happening going forward is the plot to the second game. You have to remember going through this, you need to remember that things are going to be very, very different, even more from the first game, because at this point, Aileen should be dead. She shouldn't be a part of this at all, especially going to an all boys school, which I'll get to in a second. So she's in a whole new system, whole new game. A lot of new characters got introduced in this episode. So let's talk about it. When the episode opens, you see Aileen is no longer Aileen, she's Eiley. She's dressing as a dude. The reason why she's doing this is because the second game was set up to where after Claude died, the demons got really, really upset and they revolted and they ended up attacking the Duke of Merchetta. And a lot of stuff happened and because they were really, really upset. But now that Claude's alive, they're attacking villages not because he's dead, it's because now he's the fiance of Aileen, who is the new sword maiden, because in last week's episode she got the sword now, and they're not having it. They want her head. So he ends up going to that kingdom, and he's sending his proxy right now to kind of look over things to see what's what. Now Aileen wanted to go with him, but he didn't want her anywhere near the people. He thought that the demons might try to attack her or might get humans to attack her, so he wanted her nowhere near. Hearing this, she decides to kind of trick him a little bit. She's like, "Hey, for the next for however long you're there, you can't write me. You can't write me or do anything with magic. You can't come see me. You can teleport. None of that. No magic. Nothing during this time." She's not doing this to test his love, like she said. She's doing this because she knows she's going to try to go there in secret anyway. She goes there in secret, dressed as a boy. She's now Eiley. And as soon as she gets there, she's already causing havoc. She sees this girl on the ground, kind of sobbing, and she steps in to help her. It turns out this girl, her name is Rachel. And that's very fitting if you've ever seen the show called Tower of God or read it. Her name is Rachel. Now, throughout the first part of the episode, when you see her, I'm thinking she's some super kind girl. But there's one scene, if you really, really pay attention to the show, because a lot of stuff happened, as she's talking to this other girl that this technically the hero of the game, as she's talking to her, you hear her say something strange. She says, "Can you please get this letter to August? He saved me in the courtyard. He tried to help me out and everything, but August didn't save her. That was Eiley. Eiley saved her. August had nothing to do with it. He didn't say a word to the guy that was messing with her." So she has the same type of energy that Lilia had. She's this game's Lilia, so she's a real villain, but she's trying to act like she's super nice and kind, but she's doing the same thing that Lily was doing, and she's trying to get at August. The girl that I forget her name, I apologize. But the girl that is with August, she's trying to get with him, but he's not really into her. Now her character is kind of strange. I'm kind of nervous about her because she really, really, really looks up to Lilia. But she doesn't seem evil. She doesn't seem bad or anything. So I think she'll be okay as a person. Matter of fact, hold on one second. So it is actually Selena. Sorry about that. I had to keep thinking a little bit, but I got her name. So Selena is the hero of this game, and it seems like I said, I think she's going to end up being an okay person, but she's warped like everybody else about Lilia being a good person. But again, as we know, she's trash, and this new Rachel girl is also trash in my opinion. Again, that scene happened super quick, but I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. She's going to be hot garbage with the next 1 or 2 episodes. Her true nature is about to come out. She's trash. So anyway, that moves on. One of the things that were in this episode was you meet the new guys, August, Walt, Kyle, James, and everything. And James, that's what I want to get to now. So James, this makes me nervous. He is a half demon. And later on in the episode, you find out that he is in fact a vampire. He is actually the final boss of this particular game. And why does this worry me? Because my boy Claude is also a half demon, and you know how they ended up with him and Aileen. So I'm very nervous about where this is going. I like seriously, like out of all the relationships I've seen in a lot of anime over the years, I really, really enjoy Claude and Aileen. I know there's different guys for fan service for the ladies and the guys. They're into it. I know there's a lot of fan service for different guys showing up, and I'm cool with that. I don't care. I just don't want that to be messed up. Claude and Aileen, they seem perfect together. I love that back and forth between those two. I'm not trying to have this dude James show up with the drip, half demon, vampire, whatever, him show up and things go awry. I'm not trying to have that. So I'm hoping that it just he's they're gonna be friends and he's gonna turn him to Eileen will turn him to a good guy and leave it at that. I don't want it to go no further. I'm sorry. If any of my people who read ahead or you're watching, you're like, oh, I want this to be interesting. Nope, don't want none of that. I want it to be just Eileen and Claude. That's it. She can talk to other dudes. I don't care, but that's the relationship that I need to see throughout the story. Because again, Claude, even this episode, he wasn't a featured character, but the letter he wrote to her, he was like, "Hey, I'll destroy this world if it means having you. I'll do whatever I got to do." And I really, really appreciate that about his character. So we got the new Challenger James showing up. We got Trash Rachel. We got Selena, who seems like she's going to be like a thorn in Eileen's side, but I think over time she'll be cool because she seems like a really good person. It's just she's been misinformed by the thought of Lilia that she's actually good, but really she's not. And a bunch of these other dudes who again I'm cool with them and all the stuff, but like I said, this series I'm not trying to see no other ships other than Aileen and my boy Claude. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm loving this series. I have no idea where it's going to go. I literally don't, and I don't even think Aileen does because, again, she wasn't in this particular game. She played it, but she wasn't a part of it. So, we'll see how this goes. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.